feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Now, 27, check, 180. 180, one good. 180.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing on second down, Carr. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now on second and 13. Carr flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still third and long. Shotgun now for Carr. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Here's Hines on a toss play. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. That's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
180. Hey, we're good. 180. Show it. Switch.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Dez Bryant. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bullock good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On the double. You want the mic. You go 9-9. 81. 9-9.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Play action. Now it's Murray. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Murray with a 3rd and long. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine
and he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards.
First down, Seattle.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They'll run for the first time with Hill. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check out. OP.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
And 8 yards to go.
Down. 180. Check clock 54. Right 54. Down.
Here's Hines. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with fourth down coming up. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. We'll see what they'll do here as they're up against a 4th and inches. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here.
Recon, 132 fighter. Later 2. 36. That's it.
They'll run for it with Hines. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nyheim Hines hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Spins by. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second and 9, Murray. This throw over the middle, taken in by Cole. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Throwing on third and long. Murray, he's going to lock one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Murray and company going for it on 4th. And able to find Conley. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. First down, Murray. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurable.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Watch out. Watch out. Check. Check it out.
Here's Murray. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. From the 44. Carr, left side caught by Diggs. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
He's coming. We got double up. 49, check 49.
On play action, it's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Switch up.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mike 51. Mike 51. You ready?
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Jack. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Murray looks to throw again. 2nd and 10. Murray has the first down and more. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Check 31. Go.
Murray now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Murray now. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Falcons! Corey Grant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, pick your game up.
To throw is called. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Ready? Watch the safety creep.
On 3rd down, Hines. There he goes left side. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Same on. Watch the shift. Switch, switch, switch.
Now a give, right side. Grant. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's what I'm talking about.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, let's go. Call me crap. Get him. Check the backer. Shift. Check nickel. No, edge.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Josh Adams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
1st down, Seahawks.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
I'm coming. Tighten up. Kill.
They run with Hines. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards on the ground.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Carr. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is They want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Watch twitch. Hand me.
This is Hines. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nyheim Hines with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Watch the run. Kill. Go. Check. Look right.
Here's Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
53's mine. Shady weapon. 53's mine. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
Now Murray off play action. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Bud Dupree in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Tight dog. Check 37.
Here's Carr to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Set, hut, 6 to Pittsburgh. Down to lose 1. Check 26, check 26.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Murray now to throw. On the move to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Von Bell. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run again with Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Bullock missed it. No good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The Falcons on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.